Hey friend, if you've been thinking about getting sober, but you don't want to go to AA, you don't want to tell all your friends, you totally should check out my Sober Up to Glow Up program. It's 30 days, it's self-paced, but it's guided by me. So every single day you get to log on and you get a new video. And some of the things we talk about are moderation, triggers, cravings, what to expect. We do yoga, we do breathing techniques. You're going to get a journal and affirmations and a private support group. It's awesome. Check it out at vibewithstephanie.com/glowup. Hey, it's Stephanie. I am so happy to have you here on Glow Big. Today, we're going to talk about 8 benefits of quitting drinking, because we know why we don't want to quit drinking. What if this happens and what if that happens? And I know all your reasons. I talk to women every single day, and most of them include fear of missing out. They include, what are my girlfriends going to say? Are they going to stop inviting me? What if I fail? What if I succeed? Am I going to end up being like this, sober guru? What happens to me if I do pull it off and I quit drinking? What about the belief that you might have to go to AA or you might have to go to rehab in order to quit? Or that you have this belief that you're going to have to put a label on yourself. So a lot of us have all these reasons that we don't want to quit and all these ideas that what it's going to be like if we do. So I want to give you 8 things that do happen, 8 positive, amazing things that you're going to gain from getting sober. And believe me, there's more than this. There might be another one that I didn't even think of that pops up tomorrow. And it's crazy how they pop up. And it's such a blessing. It is such a gift. And I don't want to preach, but I do want you to know, I'm going to give you a list of 8. But there's not just 8, there's thousands, millions, millions. So maybe I'll do another list after this, but here are 8 things that come from getting sober. One of them is mental health and clarity. This is number 1. These are not in order of importance because that changes all the time, ebbs and flows for sure. But mental health and clarity, isn't that what we kind of need to get by? And this one sticks out to me so much because my mental health was failing. My gut health was definitely a problem. My liver was so inflamed that it was pushing on other organs, and the other organs were screaming. And when your gut health is a mess, that's going to go to your brain. Your mental health turns into a mess. And I was just a walking time bomb. Honestly, I am lucky that I didn't have a heart attack. Heart problems do run in my family, but all of the high blood pressure, the fatty liver, the drinking, the anxiety. I mean, I was a literal ticking time bomb, and you might be feeling the same way too. It's also hard to just get by on the daily basis with such brain fog. If you drink wine every night, which that was the norm for me, just every night, drinking. And then the weekends would be even more because my girlfriends were around, or football game, or who knows what we were doing, but drinking was always involved. You're kind of in a constant state of hangover, which is a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of brain fog, a little bit of overwhelm, a little bit of self-esteem problems. I mean, it can just be a ball of a mess, right? So your mental health and clarity will clear up so much when you ditch the alcohol, even for a short amount of time. Even for a short amount of time, you can start getting a better handle on your stress. Drinking does cause stress and cortisol levels to raise, and you just want to just get it gone, and you'll be able to handle your life a lot better. There are still times that come up, like with my son's homework and the things we got to read and the things I got to sign and pack his bag with this. And don't forget that Monday is green day, and don't forget this and this, like all the things I could not and did not. I was suffering and I was getting behind, and he was suffering because of it, because I just couldn't keep up. I just could not keep up with any of the things. Life is hard enough. We have enough to worry about and to coordinate and organize that we do not need to add in brain fog, anxiety, self-esteem issues, feeling like a loser, all of those things. We just don't need that, especially as we get older. Maybe this is all really coming to light now because I'm older as well, so I'm able to see better. Or maybe it's coming about because the fog is lifted. I'm no longer poisoning myself, and so I can see. So I'm just sharing that with you now. Mental health, clarity, can't beat it. Can't beat it. Better sleep. Okay, this is not going to come overnight. Your sleep is probably going to suck in the first couple of weeks. Because if you're like me, you drink yourself to sleep. That helps you go to sleep. Wine is your wind down kind of situation. So when you cut it out, your brain's like, oh, hey, don't forget me. Where's the wine? Don't forget my little nightcap. So at first it's going to suck, but then you're going to sleep like an angel, and you're going to wonder why you ever drank before. You don't need drinking to sleep. It's actually screwing up your REM sleep. It's screwing everything up, which adds to the stress levels, the cortisol levels, all of that. It all ties in together. So you're going to get better sleep and you're going to have less anxiety. One of them is better skin. I've talked about this before, but I was excited to hear that all the skincare, because nothing I was doing was working. And I mean, it was a little, but you can't hide alcoholic face, bloated, waxy face. You can't hide it. Blood vessels that are broken, capillaries, red, blotchy skin and chest and neck. I don't care what skincare, you cannot hide that alcoholic face. So to find out, when I was doing all the research, because I threw myself into this and what it was going to be like and what I could expect and what, all the things, day by day, minute by minute. Okay, well, I've been sober for 20 minutes. What happens now? I did the same thing with smoking. Okay, I'm 5 minutes, without cigarettes. Where am I at now? So throw yourself into what's going to happen and some knowledge. Listen to all these podcasts because I share everything I learned. But better skin. I was like, oh, okay. So every morning went and looked really, really close in the mirror to see what the changes were. And it took a minute. It took like 30 days before I started to notice. And then my skin started to plump up and I got glowy and my eyes don't look so yellow and glassy. Although some AA lady told me on my TikTok the other day, have another drink, she said. Yeah, because my eyes were glassy because I wear contacts sometimes and they really don't agree with me at all. And she told me to have another drink. I was like, oh my God, because I don't stand for a lot of AA stuff. So she was mad. Anyway, most of the time my eyes look bright and shiny and like awake and alert and the fog has lifted. If I have my contacts in, they can look glassy. Lady, I hope she's listening. Better eating. This is a big one. So probably by now that I dropped 30 pounds from sobriety. I was intaking a ton of wine, like the big mega Merlots of Woodbridge. I wonder if they miss me, by the way. I would love to know what my money did for their bottom line, because it was a lot. But in the scheme of things, knowing how much they spend on advertising, $6.7 billion, that was last year, probably wasn't a drop in the bucket. Knowing how much we're all drinking now, my little Woodbridge every day, all the time, as for 10 years, however many years, I'm sure isn't even a drop in the bucket. But all that drinking and all that calories, I would try to act like I ate, but the truth is I was starting to not eat at all. I would just kind of eat to survive, maybe like a piece of cheese or a little whatever. But then for a hangover, I would eat bacon and eggs or stop at McDonald's and get a cheeseburger or make something really fattening. Let me say this though. In your first 30, 45 days, eat whatever the hell you want, okay? When you're getting sober, you can eat whatever you want. Do not think about the cookie. Do not think about the ice cream, the chocolate. Go ahead. Try and a little bit. Stay healthy. Don't go overboard. But give yourself some grace because your body's going to be asking for things, missing that alcohol, missing the drug. So eat a little more. You're not wasting your calories anymore on the mega Merlots of wine or vodka. So go ahead and eat. Give yourself some grace. Eat a baked potato. Have some chips. Give your body what it's craving. What it's really going to be craving is sugar, and you'll be surprised by that probably. But if you heard this story last year in September, it was like fall, and I was newly sober. I got sober September 20th. I was standing over some apple cider donuts, which I don't usually eat sweet things at all. And standing over them and just eating them. I had cut them up into bite-sized pieces for no reason because I slammed each and every one of them and was like, what happened to me? What's happening? And it was because I was newly sober and my body wanted sugar. So I was just grabbing for whatever. I do have a lot of tools and things that you can use to not go overboard. So if you wanted to find sugar-free options or options that won't break the bank, then you can go to 𝗏withstephanie.com for all kinds of free resources and stuff like that. But for now, I just say in your first 30 days, eat what you want. Just don't drink. That's all. But going forward, you're going to eat better. You're not making random, crazy, hungry stops at Taco Bell and McDonald's in a drunken tizzy. And then you also have more energy. My energy is unnatural. I don't know if this is even normal or not, but I've got energy for days. Yes, around like 3 o'clock, I need a break, but the energy is crazy. My zest for life is back. I have energy to talk. I'm excited about life again. I'm not looking to my next drink. I'm not dreading the next drink that I'm waiting all day for, that I'm actually dreading. Like, you're waiting all day for something that you don't even want. It doesn't make you feel good. So giving yourself more energy is the gift of life. Honestly, think about how low and slow you're feeling right now. And if someone were to promise you, which I'm doing right now, that if you cut out booze, you're going to go through different phases in the first 30 days. It's going to be like tired. It's going to be manic. It's going to be crazy, whatever. But after that, everything kind of stables out and you just have more energy and you feel alive again. Don't you want to feel alive? Yes. I was tired of feeling like a freaking zombie. No wonder I hated that show, Walking Dead. Every time I walked by my husband, he was watching that show. Maybe I felt that on a soul level because I knew I was turning into a freaking zombie. And I just couldn't be more grateful that that's gone. And then number 8, if I'm even on number 8, but it is the last one, it's personal growth. And how much that is just going to wrap all of this into such a pretty bow and a gift that when you're growing and the fog is lifted and you become more of a human and you can start to see things that you never could see before and hear things and understand, things start to just kind of open up again. It's bizarre and unexpected, but it's a gift. So you're going to start leaning into podcasts and audibles and things that help you grow. And every day that you don't drink, your self-esteem gets better. And every day you get more proud of yourself. And it's just all around such a gift. So those are my 8 benefits. And if that didn't convince you to give drinking a hiatus for a little bit, then I don't know what will. Let me know how you feel about this podcast, what you think. Drop a review. I know Apple Podcasts does not make it that easy to drop a review. I don't know what the problem is, but if you can do that, I would appreciate it so much. Just check out all the things. There's so many resources and I want you to have access to everything. And I love you. Thanks. Bye.
I have totally got my holiday music going already. And if you're thinking about maybe staying sober or sober-ish for the holidays, you should totally take advantage of my free Sober Vibes Guide to Surviving the Holidays. You can get it at vibewithstephanie.com/holiday.